Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and it is Monday, May 17th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. All right, welcome to everybody. Come on in. Oh my, come on in. Good to see everybody as you fall in the door. Don't fall too hard. Yeah. All right, so we got a bunch of stuff going on. Welcome to everybody who is coming in but not necessarily commenting. Hey Mary, welcome. Miss Wanda. Miss Christy, welcome. Come on in, step right down. Baby, let your hair hang down. Uh-oh. Eileen's in a mood. Watch out. Everybody duck. Hey, Jean. Hi. Jean traveled to California. Say hello to Marilyn for me, Jean. Don't forget. All right. And the family, Jean says, right back at ya. Hello, Rhonda. All right, you promised me, Jean. You got to give her a hug for me. Tell her the hug's from me. All right. Mary has 3 more days of school, and that's it. Zoom in. Zoom out. Daisy is in Mexico for another week. Okay. Mexico. Woohoo. Okie dokie smoky. We got a lot going on. Oh. Including a tearing sound. Not to worry. No valuable paper was lost in that transaction. Daisy, la da 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 da, I'm half crazy over the love for you. Okay. So, announcements. The rose contest has ended. Results will be announced later this week. Our face contest has ended. Results will be announced later this week. Our hearts contest is ending in 1 week, May 23rd. Remember, guys, it doesn't have to be a heart. It's just supposed to give a feeling of love and happiness and kindness and consideration. Does not have to be a heart. It's to give everybody a warm, fuzzy feeling. Hello, Pearl. Christy. All right. And We have a new contest, don't we? La da da. The new contest is from Claire, Color with Claire. $20 gift certificate. And the winner gets copies of all of her current images in Etsy. So I hope you guys are excited about that. And shout out to Claire, who posted that wonderful PSA in her group. How cool was that? All right, so let's talk about our new contest. Blimey, it's a new contest sponsored by our UK friend Claire. And the contest is to color the fairy image that she made public for everybody. It's a $20 gift certificate and all of Claire's current images. It's already posted in the announcements. Go to albums to find it. No restrictions on how you color it. One entry each. Please make sure that your entries are in the contest folder, and it's open worldwide. Woohoo! Contest ends Sunday, June 6th, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, how cool is that? All right. So we are in good position. Rita from Guatemala. Hello, Rita. How are you? Me gusto tu estás aquí. Es muy bien. All right. So tell your friends about the contest. All they have to do is be members. So, did you guys have a chance to watch that video from Claire that was posted? It went up, I don't know, a couple hours ago. Hello, Lila. What language is that? Okie dokie smoky. Lila. La 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 la. Yeah, hopefully I didn't maul the Spanish too badly. Okay, so tonight I posted the affiliate link for this. Let's get that reflection off of there. Nice little Town 6. I am going to show you. Oh my gosh, Wanda's picking on me. Oh no. All right. So nice little Town 6, guys. I have the book posted as the affiliate link in the group. Hello, Melissa. And tonight I'm going to show you different methods to color water. So we will have fun with that. And depending on my mood, I may even, oops, not that one. I may even, let me find it. I may even work on this guy a little bit too. We'll see. La da da. All right. Now, we know Claire won't be in tonight because it is, what time is it in the UK?
In London, England, it's 1:11 a.m.
Yeah, it's 1 in the morning. But we got to get Helen in here. Helen hasn't been in here for a couple days. Okay, guys, so I have sprayed this with my Krylon Fixative. And this is the workable Krylon. You should post it, Lila. And that's the number 1306. I love it. I don't recommend hairspray, guys. Hi, Nicola. No. Yeah, Nicola. Hi. We've got a UK person. Oh my gosh, it's 1 in the morning. Welcome, welcome, sweetie. So, Nicola, just to let you know, lots of chat in this room. If you have questions, have at it. If you have suggestions about art supplies, we want to hear it. We are all here to help each other. That's the group. We've even been known to put a prayer or two out for somebody that needs it. We do that too. Okay, so let's get coloring, guys. Oh, that's cool, Mary. Post it, please. Chris Chang coloring tutorial. She does beautiful work, doesn't she? All right. So the first way I'm going to do this is with colored pencil. Oh, that's good, Mary. Yeah, people have asked me if I mind stuff being posted from other artists. Absolutely not. This is a teaching group. We help each other. We chat. And we have lots of fun. We are family. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right. So I'm going to start out with the colored pencil here. Again, this is pre-sprayed with Krylon because it lets me use my markers on it. And this is printed on cardstock. Now, I get questions all the time about the pencils that I use. I have 11 different brands. I sort by color. So I pull the color that I want as opposed to brand. This happens to be a master brand. So Nicola, do you have any questions? Are you awake? Okay. Hello, hello, Julie. Julie. Good to see you, sweetie. And as you guys know, I use a lot of mixed media. Isn't that fish cute with the big eyes? I like it. Okay. Makes me laugh. All right, so I'm going to use a light blue. It's more of a light blue, Rhonda. Now, if you wanted to, you could use some tints of green. Julie is a tired puppy. Oh, okay. But happy mail to me. Helen book. Helen got your book. And Dawn. Oh, cool. Yeah, anything with big eyes. Yep. Yep. Okay, and again, I printed this out on cardstock. If you don't have a printer, of course, use the original book. Ooh. I've got a new book coming in tomorrow that I'm going to show you guys too. All right, let's get this little puppy filled in here. Little teeny tiny circles. Hello, Helen. So Helen, is that swelling down now? For anybody that doesn't know, Helen took a gainer down a steep embankment, and her face took the brunt of it. But I'm so proud of her because she was scheduled to come in as a live artist, and she still did. Okie dokie smoky. Now, if you have the master pencils, this is what this brand is. This is color 3125. Don't get hung up on colors, guys. Bruising, not brushing, I bet. Helen, have you even been able to wash your hair? Oh my gosh. And did you ever get a headache out of it all? Oh, that's cool. Julie got Color Special Effects. Julie, which book? There's 4 of them. Okay, now. So Helen says she's on the mend. Legs and shoulders are stiff, felt battered a bit. Yeah. All right. Hello, Miss Maddie. Okay. Now, when you're coloring water, guys, notice even with my first color, I'm going ahead and I'm tinting, or not tinting, excuse me, coloring this in darker a little bit. And remember, the way we color in is by repeated strokes, right? You don't shove your pencil into the paper. And you turn your pencil point a little bit. Oh, Julie, the book is the one that has the lady with the crown on the cover. Okay, Helen's going to have to tell you which one that is because I don't have it handy. Okay, so I want you to notice. Hello, Amy. So when you're doing water like this, the neat thing is, oh, it's number 1. Okay, Helen. And for anybody that doesn't know, Helen has 4 books out. So remember, guys, we tint in our colors the first go around, meaning we don't dig our pencil in. But you can go ahead and add your little marks and shades even though it's in your first pencil color, because you know I always use more than one color and shade to give you that depth. Okay. Oh, Maddie, that's great that you're putting more in. Okay. Yeah, and don't forget, guys, if there's something that you want and it's not on my affiliate list, please text me and I'll be more than happy to message you with the link. Okay. Katie, Katie, Katie. Hi, Katie. Whoop. All right. Oh, Wanda, bummer. Your Prime expired? Yeah. Gotta keep those drivers employed. So, for all you new people that are in here, say hello. Tell us where you're from. I'm in Tennessee, in the United States. I'm in a town called Cookville, and it's located about an hour east of Nashville. Oh my gosh, Helen, that video that Claire did, just off the charts and fun. Well, she believes strongly in what I'm doing, giving a home for people to come in. Maine, USA, yeah. Okay. Wanda, Claire did a video. She asked what you thought of her fun cartoon style. Yeah. Yeah. Wanda, Claire posted a PSA telling her peeps about this group and telling about her visiting and how this is a home for people to come in because I color every day. And we all have fun live and chatting it up and being positive. We are a no drama group. All right. So now we've got our basic blue. Basic blue. Now watch this. Same pencil. Little bit darker around our edges here. Just a subtle, subtle color shift, okay? Now, I could be using a different pencil to darken in a little bit. You can do that. Just depends what look you want. So you can see now that we've got lots of action going on with this. All right. Yeah, we all do need a no drama place. Yeah, you know, guys, I'm just not going to put up with it. I don't have time. Honestly, I don't even, yeah, I'll leave that there. Okay, now let's talk about the jar. Let's talk about the jar. All right, see how we've got movement in the water because I'm just using this pencil just to darken in the swishes. And again, guys, repeated strokes. I'm not shoving down into the paper. And keep turning your pencil while you're at it too. Just a little bit. I do a little micro turn every time I lift my pencil, and it becomes such a habit I don't even think about it. Okay. So I'm going to assume some reflection into the jar lid. So we'll go ahead and color that a light blue as well. And then I'm going to take a darker blue and this is a light, okay, I'll get there. Light Sapphire by Cool Bank. Here's the color. And again, guys, don't get hung up on the brands. Use what you've got. So I'm going to go ahead and color in this center portion just a little bit darker. And then I'm going to take that same pencil, now watch this, and I'm going to add just a little bit of outline on this bottom part. Not much. Depth, dimension, and detail. That's our 3Ds. Oop. And notice that when I do this, I'm just going to bring in just a little bit of color, just smudge that in with my pencil, okay? You don't want your stuff to look flat. That's the biggie. Now, for those of you wondering why I have the moniker Queen of Custom Coloring, is because I have no problem at all drawing items in on my pages, especially if stuff's missing, like leaves and things. And that's what I'm interested in teaching you guys. Alright, so I'm going to put some darker blue, using that same dark blue pencil, on my outsides. And I'm going to bring it in just a little bit. Okay. Now, technically speaking, I could bring the blue, well, the sand's going to be brown, all right? So, let me play with that. I'm going to play with that. So let's go ahead and, all right, let me see if I can turn the sound up for you, Rita. Okay, so Lila, I missed the comment earlier. Let's see what you got. Yeah, the Big Kids Coloring Book Pen and Ink and Restored District, Williamsburg, Virginia. Yeah. I need to get Dawn back in here. She's been so busy with the house so that she hasn't really been able to pop in. All right, so I'm going to go with some brown on my sand. Again, tint in my color, very light. You can come back. Oh, I guess it would help if I stayed on camera. You can tint in. You tint in your colors, and then you can come in darker as you see how you want to do this. All right. So here's my first brown, right? And then I'm going to come in with a second brown. Yeah, I got to get Jeff in here too. He has been on, I think he's on a rock hunting vacation for the month. Isn't that right, Julie? You would know, because he hasn't been posting to his group, has he? Okay, now I'm taking a second brown here, and I'm coming in with a little bit darker. Yeah, he went gold digging. When does he do back? Do you know? And then I'm going to take my blender pencil, guys, and I'm going to blend this up. Rita, go out and come back in again. And I assume, Rita, that you've already tried to turn your volume up. Okay, zoom out. All right, see how cool this is starting to look, guys? Woo! All right, so the method to my madness is this. You've got your brown sand at the bottom. So technically speaking, you're not really going to have a lot of blue down there because the reflection of the jar is really going to reflect the contents. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm going to carry the brown over just a little bit into the blue, into the edge here. And then I'll go ahead and put that blue in there. So we've got a mix here of what's going on. And I'm going to use my darkest blue a little bit on that edge, just right here on this rounded corner. How cool is that? Now, don't go weird on me here and worry about all these colors. I'm just showing you how to tint these various shades. So now I'm going to use a slightly darker yet. So I had a light, medium, and dark blue actually. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit the outside of my jar. And bring that blue in just a little bit. All right, cool. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and do everything in this jar yet because I want to show you the three different ways that I'm doing the jars. 4 different ways actually, 4 jars. And let me just add a little bit of shading right here as well, where the author put her lines, in addition to the ones that I added. So yeah, we got a robust jar here. Zoom out, zoom out. And then, as you know, I have no compunction about doing a finger blend with stuff. Up to you. You can use your blender pencil, but be kind with it. Don't blend hard. Some people will take a blender pencil and like scrub it in. All right, jar number 1. So let's go on to this jar. And normally I would use my zoom out, zoom out. I would use my Faber-Castell chalks, but I know that not all of you have those. So I'm going to use my eyeshadows. 120 color set. Got it, what, a couple years ago. How time flies. And on the second grouping, I'm going to show you I am going to show you how we're going to go ahead and do up our jar. All right, so I'm going to pull my side by side here. Be careful, some of them may have gotten crumbly. You don't want to drop crumbs like I did there. Now, I like to use sponge tip applicators because they give me the smoothest surface. Zoom in, zoom in. Got these from Amazon. They are in the affiliate list, which is available in announcements. I love them so much, I even got a second package. All right. Now, so I'm going to go ahead and dip this. And this is what I want you to see is how smoothly this applies. Oh my gosh, guys, it's wonderful. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it even has a little shimmer to it. Zoom in. Oops. Well, that doesn't help you, does it? There you go. That helps you. And the really neat thing is, with these applicators, if you have little narrow spots, you can pretty much get in between them. But I'm not going to worry about it too much on this because I have my electric eraser. And I can go ahead and erase that out. And then just go back in with the edge of my applicator. So you can pretty much avoid these little narrow spots. And I also have my Tombow eraser that I use. This is my Mono Zero, and this is the round tip. You can get it in square and round. Or let me say that again, rectangular and round. And I really like the round because of the detail. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use some different shades of blue in this jar. Get out of there. So this is a slightly darker blue. And you'll see where I'm going with this in a moment. Zoom out. Let me get that stupid shadow off of there. There we go. And I'm going to go back up and put a really light blue up here in this corner. And the really neat thing about these applicators is it gives you a very smooth application. All you have to do is keep mingling it, but I am allowing this stuff to give me that little, rumpled look, I guess is the best I can say it. So it's not 100% smooth, and it's giving me the light and dark of the water. Isn't that cool? So again, for those of you that don't have the Faber-Castell chalks, not to worry. You can do this. All right. Now, as I go lower, I'm going to go a little darker. That's right, Katie. It gives you the texture that water looks like. That's right. Now, I will have you know that if I'd been using the chalks, I wouldn't have quite gotten this watery texture. Now I'm using the edge. And again, I'm still going to hit some of my greenery there, but that's why we have erasers. So have fun with this, guys. And since I want the darker color, I'm just going to go ahead and do multiple applications of my color here. And we'll get that puppy looking just like we want it. How cool is that? All right, let me go back up here, catch a couple spots that I missed. And the really neat thing about this eyeshadow and your applicator is it sticks beautifully, both to the paper and to the applicator, so you're not using a lot at all. Zoom in. All right, let me get my little teeny tiny spots here. I'm holding my applicator straight up and down to get as much of that ridge as I can. All right. Now, I could use pencil very easily, but for the purpose of showing you this, and again, applicator straight up and down, we'll get the edges of the jar. And this time I'm going to go all blue on the bottom, maybe with a little brown, we'll see. Zoom out. And then just brush away your excess. All right, lighter blue as I go near the top on the edge. Now, one really cool way that I found to holding this, and I hope you can see this, is I'll put the end of the applicator in the crook of my finger and then hold it in between like this, and that works really great for doing straight up and down. You'll figure it out. You guys are smart. Love this effect. So this is example number 2. For doing these jars. All right, now the cap, again, a darker blue down the center, zoom in, and that's right, Helen, you can use a kneadable eraser. To pull off whatever part you don't want. Okie dokie smoky. Now, this particular applicator now has blue all over it, as does my hand. But if you want, I try to save them as much as I can to reuse them because they are plastic and spongies. I hate to do a one-off use and then throw them out, but you know, that's up to you. All right, so let me put my eyeshadows away. Oh, one more thing, I forgot. Oh, for wanting a ripple effect, yeah. Now, I want you to notice how easily this eyeshadow erases. I've got a little smudge right here, and it erases right off. Boom. No problem. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of purple to this. Not much. And notice that when I add that, I'm just going ahead and blending that with my finger. Oh man, pretty. So now I've got just a little bit of purple in there. You could add a little bit of green if you want. Whatever floats your boat. Zoom out. All right. So again, this is my 120 set. I happen to get it from Amazon. Go to Walmart if you're in the States. Go to your discount store. Go to dollar store, and then whatever your discount stores are in your in the UK or wherever else you're watching from. Point is, don't spend a lot of money on your makeup, on your eyeshadow. All right. Zoom out. We're looking good. Now, this is just me, but I like to clean up my areas here that aren't going to be, for example, blue. That way when it's ready to come back, so here's my grass. Zoom in. And again, I want you to see how beautifully this stuff erases. So we are in really good shape. All right, so I'm going to take my dark blue pencil and go ahead and start tinting my outside. So what your steps are is you're going to do the majority of your coloring with your eyeshadow, and then you'll come back in and touch it up with your pencils. And for anybody that just came in, this is Nice Little Town 6. And notice that I'm allowing my dark blue to come into my jar edge a little bit. Now I'm blending it in, which means I'm having it get lighter and lighter. And notice that I'm letting it come into that glass edge so that we've got our little pockets of dark color. Zoom in. And that's what makes this thing look really cool. All right. So down at the bottom, came in with my eyeshadow. I'm now highlighting with my pencil. There you go. And if you need to, hit it with your blender pencil a little bit, just to smooth that out. All right. So let me just clean up this little edge here real quick. Again, that's just me. I like to keep it neat and tidy. So anybody have any questions about any technique that I've done on here so far? Now, at the top of the jar, I really didn't talk about that on the last one either, is I'm going to use a very, very light gray because we don't have any water coming up into that portion. And if you want to take a little bit of your blue and just give it a kiss of blue, not much, because really there's not any blue right there except we've got blue coming from the top of the water. And also we can touch up our little lines here. And as I always tell you, don't be afraid to add your own take on stuff like this. So if you want to add a few more shade lines down the height of the bottle, cool. See how I'm doing that right here? As I'm extending that blue just a little bit. Oh, Lila, you'll love those Sam cells. Okay. Zoom out. Zoom out. Colored pencil. Eyeshadow. And let me pop in my gray here. Now, what I want you to notice, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. I just want to show you this, is when you color in with your light, this is, what is it? This is a Faber-Castell color 270, which is the warm gray. And I hope you can see this, is I've made it a little bit darker. That'll be another day, Lila. It'll be later this week. All right, everybody see how I'm just toning this gray just a little bit? And again, zoom, oh, no, we're gonna sit here. And then I'm going back over it with my original color. So don't ignore the tops of your bottles, guys. Zoom out. Zoom out. All right. You know me, I can't resist touch-ups like that and tweaking. All right, ILene, stick to the tutorial. Stick to the lesson. Whee! Okie dokie smoky. Where are we here? Okay. Next jar. Do that one. Zoom in. Marker. Hey, Kathy. Kathy, Kathy, Kathy. Sorry for the shadow. Now, don't forget, when you use markers, that sometimes they can be a little darker than what you expect. So I'm grabbing my oh-hoo-hoos. Oh-hoo! All right. I'm doing great, Kathy. Thank you for asking. How sweet. I'm fat and sassy and getting fatter and sassier. What can I say? Okay, keeping in mind now, watch this, guys. Keeping in mind, all right, I got to figure out what this jar is. Okay, keeping in mind that I pre-sprayed this with Krylon Fixative. This allows me to go in and blend in my markers. Zoom in. Now, the trick is that when you put your marker down, you need to blend it like instantaneously. Okay, everybody see how that color's coming in? And there's the tip of my finger. Now, you cannot do this with alcohol markers. So you need to be really quick with it. And you can get really neat effects when you do this. Now, unlike the eyeshadow, which you can see right here, you really don't have this really soft effect of the water. The little white spots in there that give it that blending. It's going to be pretty solid. But that's okay because we can work with that too. And the way we do that is, I'm going to go back to some of these areas. You know, Katie, honestly, I haven't used my blender marker a lot. I really need to break that out and do that. Okay, so everybody see how I am going over some areas here? And that's giving me that really cool look that we've got with the eyeshadow. It is. It's a greenish tint. Different color, different jar. Different effect. Exactly. Katie's right. You go from your darker to your lighter. And there are a number of YouTube videos on it. All right, everybody see how I'm getting... You don't know if your eyes are playing tricks? Yeah, no, you were right. It's a it's a little greener, Rhonda. Oh my. Okay. And again, if you want those darker patches, just go over your area again real quick, again blending it with your finger. Oh, good night, Miss Pearl. You know this goes to video, of course, so you can watch it. Good night, Pearl. Good night, Pearl. Good night, Pearl. So glad you could make it tonight. All right. Now, the one thing you need to watch, of course, is when you're blending your colors with your finger, you want to make sure that you don't get it on the image that you don't want it. So what I want you to notice is when I put the color down by the mouse, I pulled away from the mouse. So there's a little trick for you. All you have to do really is just pull away from the object where you don't, or blend away where you don't want your color. And it works. Oh, you have small cataracts, Rhonda? Yeah. TSC, too stinking cute. So does everybody see how I'm working these markers? And again, we're able to do this because we've got our Krylon on here first. The Krylon is keeping the marker from immediately absorbing into the paper. Okay, now we got teeny tiny spot in there. Let's see if we can get in between there without too much problem. Not bad. Okie dokie smoky. So we got this. All right, now on this jar, I am going to darken in a little bit around the edges. Remember, repeated marker strokes let you darken beautifully. So every time you go over an area that you've already used a marker in, it lets you shade that down. Zoom out. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cool? All right. So jar lid. Center lid, I'm going to go ahead and do just a little darker. That's where my repeated strokes come in. Excuse me. And my bottom lid, bottom part. I'll lighten that up. Let's darken that center just a tad. There you go. Everybody see that? All right. So I'm going to go out to the outside here. I think you're right, Lila. They're tadpoles. All right, so repeated strokes with my same color. To darken our jar area. And by the way, guys, please share this broadcast to your timeline so other people can enjoy it. And I'm just going to go with the light green up to where that water level is not present. And notice too that when I darken this, I'm not darkening the whole thing. I'm darkening it in spots. And this is why I always tell you, please darken in or tint in first, guys, and then darken in. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some blue. So I'm taking a blue marker now. And I'm going to add that shade into my green. Zoom in. So Rhonda, this is blue. And again, guys, super, super critical that you blend this right away. And notice that I'm putting the blue where I would shadow. So, for example, a little bit around the fish. And around my branch. And in between my plants. So the technique here is, guys, is when you're darkening, you don't necessarily have to darken with the same color. And I'm not darkening with a green, I'm darkening with a what? A blue. And where you want to continue to darken with your jar, again, in sections, do it with your blue. All right. Oh, that looks so cool. Zoom out. Tammy. Zoom out. All right, colored pencil, right? Eyeshadow, water-based markers. I think we're looking pretty cool. What do you guys think? Thumbs up? And again, the picture may not thrill you, not the point. The point's the technique, guys. All right. Give me a second, I'm just changing my erasers here. So for those of you that just came in, I am doing Nice little town 6. Not 4, not 5, not 7. 6, 6. All right, now if you get a little marker smudge on your page, which I do this all the time, you can get some of it off with your eraser. But do yourself a favor and be careful. All right. Kathy, any eyeshadow? Now, make sure that the colors are flat. You know, you don't necessarily want the glimmer, the glimmer ones, the shiny ones. You want your flat colors. And a lot of times, like I said, you can go into Walmart, the dollar store, you can get like 120 colors. Boom. Perfect. All right, I gotta grab a little water, guys. Give me a second here. Yeah, Kathy, don't buy expensive eyeshadow. It's really not worth it. And yes, you can use spray fixative before and after on your page with it. So when I'm done with this, I'll spray it with my fixative. All right. Well, thank you, Rhonda. And Rhonda, that's why I say, don't judge a picture when I'm doing it. Watch the technique, watch how it comes out, and then you can decide after that point. Okay, last jar. Alcohol marker. I have Cali Art. Let me get my color here. Well, thank you, Rhonda. Oop, that's a little bright. All right. I think so, Rhonda. There's another brand that I can't think of that everybody goes nuts over it. Maybe somebody can help me here. They're very expensive, but the Cali Arts are beautiful. Okay, zoom in, zoom in. Now, the Cali Arts that I have the chisel end at one end, which lets you do big areas, and it has the brush at the other. All right, so let's play with the alcohol now, markers. Copic. Thank you, Jean. Or Copic, Copic. Everything that I've looked at and read, the Cali Arts are wonderful. You don't have to pay for the Copic or Copic markers. They are very expensive. Now, the neat thing about markers, alcohol, is they're pretty much streak free. Oh, the Copic are refillable. Ah, okay, there you go. Thanks, Wanda. So with any marker, you want to try not to go over the same spot more than once. Ooh, got my little bug eyes guys here. Now, with the marker, you can't create that variegated background. It's going to be pretty solid. And notice that also I'm okay, so that's the reason for the price on the Copic. Okay. I love the brush on this. You can get into fine little teeny tiny areas. Zoom out. Okay. Zoom in. Now, if you have an area that is streaked with your marker, I'm just using a darker color here. You take a compatible pencil and color over those streaks. And I'll show you what I mean. All right, so I have a couple streaks here. Zoom in. Zoom in. Don't know if you can see them on camera, but I can see them. And I'm just going to take a compatible pencil and zip those babies out of there. Okay. Let me grab a darker blue. Click, click, click from my caps. And go ahead and fill in my edges. That's right, you can use markers over pencils as well. People will say you can't, but I do. All right. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my blue pencil. Now, people don't scream about pencil over marker, but everybody has a hissy fit about marker over pencil, which I don't have a problem with it. And now what I'm doing is I'm using a little bit of my darker blue pencil in between so we can get some depth on here and dimension. And blend it out. And see these little halos of darker blue that I'm just putting around my little tadpoles? Or little baby fish or whatever. And I will go ahead and do that. Around this as well. Be colorful, guys. Don't be afraid of your pencils. Blend, 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 blend. You want just a halo of color there. Oh! And if you want, tint a little blue on your jar lid. And you can streak it as well. See how I'm doing that? So not just necessarily on the edge. Add that little streak of color. And again, guys, you've got to blend that out. Don't just throw color. Around your images. Oh, cool. Now it's gonna look a little wonky. Zoom out. Oh, good night, Lila. Have a good one. All right. Zoom out. Colored pencil. Eyeshadow. Water-based markers here. And alcohol-based markers here. So I wanted to show you the 4 different kinds to all make a beautiful piece. Okie dokie smoky. Let me zip up my bag here before all my markers go spilling out again. Once was quite enough, thank you. Does anybody at all have any questions about any of the techniques that I used? Oh, I forgot my jar color. Hold on. Before I move on. Hi, Sandra. And don't forget, zoom in. Let's get a little bit of that shadow underneath this lid. Well, Rhonda, great. I'm glad that that was a cool idea for you. Budget friendly. Like I said, find a set that's got, you know, like buku colors in it. Walmart, maybe. Now, Rhonda, you can make it in 8 minutes in your power chair. There you go. Now, don't get the ones that have the wonky colors in it. You know, get the eyeshadows that have the standard colors in them. With some wonky colors in it. You're going to have to post and show us what you get, what you got. Zoom out. Zoom out. Oh, guys, isn't that looking cool? 4 different ways of coloring these jars for you. Is that cool or what? All right. So, I thought I'd have some more fun with this. I will finish this up. Let me grab some water on camera. But I want to show you another technique here. So this is from the same book, Nice Little Town 6 by Tatiana. Katie, you are stronger than I am. All right, so now I'm going to get my chalks out. This one has how many colors in it? 72 colors. Oh yeah, that Tatiana vintage classic, the pumpkin and mice. Yeah, I've done that one. Okay. So let's play around now. You want to come out and play? So just because I'm going to start out, yeah, they are unique. They're kind of the vintage ones, Maddie. So I'm going to play around with this moon, and I'm taking my chalk and my X-Acto knife and scraping off some yellow on there. And I'm going to use my sponge tip applicators and I'm going to come out just a little bit with them here on the edge. And then I'm going to take a little bit of orange. And tint that lower left. Zoom in. I don't want that orange too far. Think dimensional, guys. Think dimensional. And then I'm going to take a slightly darker orange. You guys see where I'm going with this? Look how cool that looks, guys. So I'm multi-tinting the moon. And I may even take just a little bit of red. Not much. It'll be sometime this week on the announcements. Just watch the postings. Look at that, guys. Zoom out. Hi, Daisy. I didn't see you slip in here. I'm sorry I missed you earlier. Okay. And while I'm thinking of it, let's see what we got here. Zoom in. I'm going to add my leaf lines. Because that's killing me that is like land. Oh, good night, Miss Jean. I'm so glad you could make it tonight, especially after that drive. I hope you had fun. Oh, that's good, Daisy. Oh, Amy, we'll see you when we can see you. Of course, you know that this all goes to video, sweetie. Good night, good night, good night. And notice, guys, how I'm going ahead and finishing up this leaf, these leaves. And remember, when you do this, use a pen weight that is comparable to the ink already on the page, otherwise it's going to look wonky. And let your ink fully dry. Trust me on that one. I can't tell you how many times I've brushed over an area that I just put ink on and smeared it. Oh, yeah. Oh, much better. Zoom out. Zoom out. Isn't that better, guys? Now, I've got a few other ones here. Zoom in. We'll do something a little different. Line, dot, dot, line. 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 There you go. I think it looks better. And if you want to play with these a little, zoom in. I'm just putting, what, 4 dots. Please, 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 guys, don't be afraid to do stuff like this. It takes 2 seconds and it really looks better. There we go. Hi, Marcia. Welcome. Why do I have a fly in here? Oh! All right. And a couple of dashes right here. Oh yeah, the Prismacolor fine liner markers work wonderfully. I mean, guys, let me show you something on the windows here. Look. If you wanted to, you could add little dashed lines. Look at other coloring books, guys. I mean, for that matter, look at this coloring book on other pages and see how she does it. All right, and little lines here, 2 seconds. Done. And if you wanted to, while I'm at it, look at these bushes. See the difference? Night and day, guys. See that? Look at the whole difference here. Zoom out. Zoom out. You can make little squiggles, right? There you go. Look at that. Much better. And you can make it as bushy as you want. And for that matter, see this line right here? Zoom in. Zoom in. See this line right here that got cut off? Extend it. Done. Much, much, much better, guys. And see, I'm going to take this right to the edge where this was cut off when it was printed. Zoom out. And you can add a little squiggle line over here if you want. Not hard. Oh my gosh, guys, tons better. Okay. Zoom out. Good night, Kathy. Oh, one more little area, guys. I want you to see this. Zoom in. Okay, see where the mushroom is cut off as well? Zoom in. There, look at that. Everybody see how I did that? Good night, Miss Kathy. Two little lines here to extend that mushroom and make that house complete. And for that matter, this little filigree, boom, done. And last but not least, the edge of that house, which bows out like this. Everybody see that little line that I just added right there to match the other side? Oh my gosh, tell me that isn't tons better. Zoom out. We're balanced, right? Zoom in. One more adjustment here. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, see this little part here? Let's go ahead and extend that, and I'll just make it look like it's going into the bushes since I already drew these little bush lines. If I hadn't put the bush lines, I would have drawn this all the way out. Oh, much better. Zoom out. Zoom out. So what do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up if you like these additions. That's what I do. Queen of custom coloring, guys. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a northern sky background. So let's go ahead and start some colors. Now the sponge tip applicators with these chalks works beautifully, guys. Now what you want to do is you want to get 2 or 3 colors for your northern skies. Actually, I use 4. So I'm just scraping my chalk onto the paper, zoom in, and smushing it around. And I think you can see where I'm going with this, right? All right, let me brush this off. And notice how I'm mingling my colors. To do this, now when I go to do the yellow, which I'm going to do here, I'm going to use a much brighter yellow than I did on the moon, because I want there to be a difference. And if you have any excess, just brush it off. Now I've got my little blue spongy. I'll see if there's enough blue on there. And once you get your color down, then all you need to do is take your spongy and just rub it on your chalk to get the shade of blue that you want, or get the shade that you want. Zoom out. Now, there is another step to this. I'll get there, hopefully tonight. So now I'm just going to go ahead and rub my pink. And again, don't be shy. Zoom in. Zoom in. Don't be shy about zooming in your colors like this. See that? How I'm putting that little tail of pink on there? So you can either scrape off your color or rub your applicator onto it. So if I want this green a little bit darker, I just go ahead and rub my applicator on my chalk. And the other thing you want to take into account too is you can make the same color lighter and darker. See how there's slightly darker spots on this green? Doing that on purpose. Now, you don't want to be too patterned. That's the big thing you got to be careful of. Marcia, yes. Eraser will normally take care of it. Now, chalk is a little harder to get rid of than eyeshadow, but it certainly is doable. I mean, I get my fingers into chalk, and then I touch my pages. See? All right. You're welcome, Miss Marcia. All right, now there's another step to this. Let me hurry so I can get to it. And guys, while I'm thinking of it, please share this to your timeline. so other people can enjoy the broadcast like you are. And again, this all goes to video when I'm done. Okay, so Marcia, I've got a little bit of pink on that one leaf that I don't want. Zoom in. So there you go. See how that erased beautifully? Okay, let me do 2 other areas and then I'm going to show you my next step. Zoom out. Electric eraser. Yes, ma'am. This is the AFMAT, AFMAT. I absolutely love it. And if you go up into announcements in my group, there's a whole section. It says affiliate lists, and that eraser is listed in the affiliate. And Marcia, you don't have to explain that you're new. This is a place that we answer questions for each other all the time. So being new has nothing to do with it. That's why I'm here. Okay? Zoom out. Okay. Now, you're welcome. All right. Now, this is going to look weird for a minute. But what you do on your northern sky is you create an outline. Marcia, the only dumb question in this group is one not asked, because you're shortchanging yourself and somebody else who might have the same question. So new has absolutely nothing to do with it. Good night, Wanda. Oops. We got blurry. All right, let me bend this back so that it lays flat. So by putting the gray around the outside, it's giving you a feeling of outer space. And then the colors. And I wanted to show you that real quick. That's why I wanted to get at least this much done. Zoom out. And I may put, I'm just using my finger here that's got the gray residue. You might want to put a little gray residue on top of your colors. Does that make sense, everybody? And as I get further into this, you'll see it. All right. Oops. All right. I think these sponges can go. Knife goes away so I don't cut myself. What do you guys think so far? Does it make sense into what I'm showing you? Now, I have a bottle of hand sanitizer by me, and I found that it gets rid of chalks on the fingers really well. So that's just a little side note. And again, you know, if you don't like what I'm doing, that's fine. But at least pay attention to the technique, because you can always use it somewhere else. So I think we're in pretty good shape. I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening. I will continue this tomorrow night on both images. So we've got our jars done with the different methods. Again, both pages printed on cardstock, sprayed with the fixative. And that's what makes the markers work. So there you go. All right, guys. Oh no. Sorry, Rhonda. My gosh. Do you think maybe the defrosting did something to it? Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in, Rhonda? Try that. Okay, guys. Love you all. I'm so glad that you could make it. Please, please, please share this broadcast. So that your friends can enjoy it as well. Oh, you already did that? Okay. And I hope you had as much fun watching this as I have showing it to you. Alright guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous, joyous coloring. Have a great rest of the evening. And I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Alrighty, I'm out of here. Take care. Bye.